Howdy folks, Brother Jim reporting here at End Times Prophecy News. Kanye West says he's running for president in 2024. Hoorah! Then reveals new algae-based sneakers. The big Yeezy is running. Kanye West on Thursday said he'll run for president in 2024 and talked about a new line of shoes made from algae. He will be President Trump's successor. Oh, and he said he may be changing his name to Christian genius billionaire Kanye West. Okay, well, I'm going to show you how this makes perfect sense with where the church is today. It is true that he is become a Christian. It is true that he said the words, "I fear God, not losing my followers." Well, I lost all my followers. Pretty much all of them. I'm destroyed, right? Okay, after having my first channel with 150,000 subscribers, but actually it would have been many more hundreds of thousands of subscribers than that if YouTube wouldn't have crushed me the year and a half after I had already gotten to 100,000 subscribers in just 2 months. Okay? But the point here is this. Kanye West is no suffering servant like Christ, right? Let's listen to a little more of his nonsense. He's what you call liken on to the Christian hippies of the 60s. The Jesus, I forgot what they call them, the Jesus generation. Oh, and he said West held court for 30 minutes at the Fast Company Innovation Festival in New York City, where he said he would be bringing his Yeezy shoe manufacturing plants to America. "When I run for president in 2024, West said before breaking off, prompting laughter from the crowd. Wouldn't doubt that one at all. "What y'all laughing at?" he said. "When I run for president in 2024, we would have created so many jobs. I'm not going to run, I'm going to walk." A picture says all. Just look at the face of Trump. And look at this guy. Yeah, a picture says a lot, doesn't it? You don't need any comment from Trump. West was joined by lead Yeezy Center designer Steve Smith, who said a new shoe coming out will be created from algae harvested from lakes and ponds called ethylene vinyl acetate, a biodegradable plastic that is flexible. I didn't know plastics came from ponds. Eco concerns are intersecting with what we do. This is just the beginning of the future Kanye envisioned for us to start, Smith said. And yet, remember that look that Trump gave him. The multi-zillionaire also said he's had years of struggle. I would imagine he's really under a lot of burdens, which he calls his Vietnam. And he said it's crass to refer to oneself as a billionaire. Now that I've made it through Vietnam, even though he never went to Vietnam. When Forbes wants to call me a centimillionaire and people say it's crass to call yourself a billionaire, I might legally change my name to Christian genius billionaire Kanye West. Boy, I wonder how many people were laughing. West causes spasms last year when he delivered a pro-Trump rant in front of a liberal audience at the Saturday Night Live premiere after the show was over. West donned a "Make America Great Again" hat and went on a tear. So many times I talk to a white person about this and they say, "How can you like Trump? He's racist," said West. "If I was concerned about racism, I would have moved out of America a long time ago." Oh, that's a good comeback there, West. You see they laughing at me. You heard them. They scream at me. They bully me. They bullied me backstage. They said, "Don't go out there with that hat on." They bullied me backstage. They bullied me. And the liberals bully you and tell you what you can and cannot wear. And they look at me and say, it's not fair. How the hell did you get here? A few months later, West met with Trump in the Oval Office. At one point, sitting across from the most powerful man in the world, West said Trump might not have expected to have a crazy MFer run up and support him. West, well, that would be true. West also said we need to stop working on red and blue. It's like a gang again. We can bend a bit on this side, we can bend a bit on that side, and we can learn how to be malleable. What's wrong with red, white, and blue? Stands for freedom there, Kanye. We don't have to stick to our old traditions. We aren't a side. We are one unit. We are one country. We are one moment in the history and time. Then he explained what is wrong with Saturday Night Live. What I need Saturday Night Live to improve on, what I need the liberals to improve on is if he don't look good, we don't look good. This is our president. He has to be the freshest, the flyest. The freshest, the flyest. Maybe that will be Yeezus 2024 campaign slogan. Now, you see, this is a perfect example of the Jesus movement and drug movement of the 60s. Okay? And what happened out? Well, we had some nice guys like Charles Manson, Helter Skelter, with a bunch of devils. You see, this is what happens when you believe that God told you when the rapture was in a dream. This is what happens when you say to people, I've been speaking to souls and spirits, and Jesus says he's going to come down at the mount not at Mount Olives like the Bible says. I have a private interpretation from Jesus himself. He's telling me that he's going to sit down here on Pikes Peak in Colorado. You see, this is what happens when you do not have a foundation called the Bible. You go berserk and kooky. And this is the state of Kanye West. And this is the state of the church today. It's a mess. Perfect response by Trump. You're desecrating my truth and my wisdom here. I wonder how many more times Trump is going to let Yeezy, the big Yeezy, into his Oval Office. I think it's about time you quit. Donald J. Trump. Cyrus, thank you for listening.